Hey everybody, we got my good friend Rich Norton coming to us from the field today, out running appointments and selling merchant accounts. How you doing today, Rich?
I am doing excellent. It's another day in beautiful Florida. It's 80 degrees, the sun is shining, and we're ready to go help merchants right now.
I love it. If you don't know Rich Norton, then Rich Norton is the most positive person that I've ever met, that I've ever encountered, and that's such a huge part of your success. And I thought today, Rich, you could share with those who are maybe newer to the industry. What are some of these sales records that you've set? And I know you don't like sharing this kind of information that much, but the idea is just giving them a vision of like what can be accomplished as they get into this industry. So I thought maybe as a source of encouragement for them, maybe you could share a little bit of your success that you've had in the industry.
Absolutely. See, everybody started out the same way, and I've been in the industry. It's amazing how fast the time has gone by. Here it is, 24 years later. I'm still out in the field. People say, "Why are you still in the field?" I love it. I enjoy it. I love the challenge, and we all started out the same way. It's an amazing opportunity. The business is as big as we want it to be, and we have so many opportunities to bless our families and bless other people. So it's a great, great opportunity. I've always been a top performer. My prior life, I sold encyclopedias door to door. The best training in the world is get out there and sell door to door.
Oh
And
yeah.
they told us if you can do that, you can pretty much do anything. And didn't get much training in this industry. It was basically here's your kit, here's your stuff, go out and
Right.
sell. And it was trial by error, numbers game. Just get out there. I figured out what didn't work. I failed a bunch of times and then finally got to a point where, all right, I'm getting this down. I got the momentum. Everything's working. No secret formula. If we go to work every day, we're going to have success. So for many, many years, I've written on average 400 plus merchants per year. And I did that for a long period of time. And then I started getting towards the end. People were competing against me. And my mentor, Mr. Brian Campstra, knows how to motivate me. There was
Right.
one year where we were neck and neck going into November, and I was tied with this other gentleman. Bill Schroeder was his name, great
Okay.
sales guy. And Brian, we were in a pool in the Bahamas doing a site survey. He goes, Rich, how are you going to feel if you lose this year? And I didn't say much, right? But when I got back home, I hit the road and I actually wrote over 150 merchants in the last 2 months. I ended up with 601 merchants written for that year, not with a team. That was me all by myself. I'm kind of
Right.
bragging on myself. So that was my best year. My passion now is to train and supervise people, and I believe in leadership by example. My thing is, I'm out in the field, I'm in the trenches with everybody. I still write 325 to 350 merchants in a year. Why? Because I'm crazy and I love it.
So when you think about a number like 600 merchants in a year, as one individual person writing that many accounts, what are some of the key things that you would say to a new agent that says, "Well, I want to become the kind of person that could do that," right? Like, what kind of discipline is that? What maybe even a little bit of the schedule and some of those things? What do you want to share to tell these agents that kind of want to become that, Rich Norton 2.0, right? Like, what does that look like?
Absolutely, yes. So a lot of people are looking for the secret sauce. They think, well, that guy must just be a great salesperson. When he walks in, the red carpet's there and everybody just welcomes him. And we have to understand that we're going to get rejection. We're going to fail. We're going to have difficulties. You have to set yourself up with a schedule of success. And some of you that are watching right now, you're going to have to change your mindset. You may think, well, I'm the type of guy, I'm a night owl and I stay up late at night and I don't get up till 9 o'clock. You have to change that way of thinking if you want to have success. The reality is, I'm writing merchants in many cases while people are still sitting at home thinking about getting out in the field. So I'm up every morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm not telling you all need to do that, but you need to adjust some things. I have a schedule. I work out every day. I have quiet time. I go for a walk. I play guitar. I've got about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour window. I leave my house at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving. As you see, I'm in my car right now, getting ready to hit the field. I drive an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yesterday, I drove 3 hours and 15 minutes to my area, wrote a couple merchants, turned around and came back. I was home. And I always try to get home, always had this philosophy, get home for dinner with your family. I want to be number one in every phase of my life. I've learned that proper balance is a key. So if you do that over a period of time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take the weekend off, take your merchant hat off, spend time with your family, enjoy life, go right back at it Monday through Friday. No secret formula. If you put in part-time work, you're going to have part-time results. You got to just make the
Yeah.
commitment and just work at it.
You know, one thing I find so interesting, Rich, I haven't told you this, but I have a consulting client that I've been working with, and they're in a very different industry, but they're looking at the merchant services industry, right? And so they're getting into it, and they have a sales force of these salespeople, younger guys and ladies who just get out in the field and they go prospecting, and they've been doing like residential door to door, things like that. Well, they did this pilot program, Rich, and it was hilarious to me because they have no idea what they're doing. Absolutely. I mean, these are the greenest, newest, you know what I mean? And so all they know is that they have a job and they don't know any different. And so they get out in the field and they walk into businesses for 8 hours a day. Like that's what they do. And,
Yes.
literally right off the bat, I mean, within days, these agents were writing 2, 3 merchant accounts a week. Which for a lot of agents listening would be an amazing result. Right?
Absolutely.
And they're writing 2, 3 merchant accounts a week. No, again, no idea really what they're like, very minimal training and all of that. And it just really reminded me that even with all the competition that's out there today in our industry, if you just go to work every day and work it like a job and say, like, well, I'm going to work right now, you're going to write merchant accounts. There are merchants out there today who don't like their current provider. So you can play that numbers game even without being a sales expert and still have a pretty consistent result. What do you think about that, Rich?
100% agree. And you never know. And that's why when you go out in the field, it doesn't matter what area you're working. The only area that matters is from the neck up here. That's the area that counts. But you
Right.
can go out there. You've talked to one, like I went into a business yesterday. First business I went into, nicest guy in the world. And we'll get these merchants that are Mr. or Mrs. Anybody could write me up if they halfway know what they're doing. Soon as I walked in, the guy was like, "Yeah, I got this old machine right here. Do you have a new machine or anything like that?" And I'm like, I mean, needless to say, in about 15 minutes, I'm writing the guy up. So there's
Yeah.
plenty of opportunities, and that's what we have to understand. Someone in the field needs my help today. And
Mm.
all I have to do is just go out there and look for those merchants, understand that time is my capital. I have to invest it with the right people. I don't go out for big executive lunches. I got my little lunch box, and I still do this to this day. Got my little lunch box. I make every second count. I'm not stopping for big lunches. I understand that I have maybe a 5 hour window. Every second of those 5 hours have to count. If I'm not with the right merchant, I'm not in the convincing business. I'm going to move on from them and I'm going to go on and find the right merchant. And I promise you, even to this day, people say, well, the business is changing. You're not going to be able to have success anymore. I promise you that's not the case. You still can get out there to this day, go stop in on merchants, and you can have success.
I love it. Rich, for those who want to learn more about joining your team, I know you have this nationwide sales team, kind of a network of mentors and coaches and all of that. Maybe give us the 30-second version of what that looks like and then tell them how they can reach out to learn more.
Absolutely. We've since we started this series, I've had so many people reach out to me, which I love. As you know, my passion is to teach people the business, how to do this the right way, how to have success. Last week, we had 6 brand new producers that went through our training. They were only with us for a week to 8 days, 9 days, and they all have written their first merchants and more
Mm.
just through the training that we provide. So we're committed to having all the resources to make sure everybody has success. The olden days of here's your stuff, get out there and sell it, call me if you need any help, that doesn't work anymore. I mean, you got
Right.
to be a total rock star for that to work. I can do it. I know I can do that. But I mean, for people coming in, they need the training, they need the support. And that's where my passion lies. If you're one of those individuals that really want to have success in the industry, I'm here to help. Call me 904. You can reach me directly, 904 434 4635. Text me, leave me a message. I'm probably writing merchants when you're calling me, or you can email me at payrock Rich Norton, PAYROC Rich Norton at gmail.com.
Awesome. Rich, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you.